Hello everyone, good morning.
Ciao
Good morning.
Picciotti!
Hi
How are you
everyone.
guys?
Welcome
Happy to
back to
see you again.
our appointment. So Rosella, what is it today?
Today is stories of proud Sicilians around the world. And this is
Oh,
the episode 7.
so this is Sunday, and this is another beautiful appointment dedicated to all the proud Sicilians around the world. This time we have a beautiful family, but this time is a very beautiful family. We had the great pleasure to have known before in 2017. They went to Sicily. They came to Sicily for a special trip to Sicily, and we had the pleasure to meet them. For a beautiful day trip. It's a pity because we had the opportunity to spend with them just one day, but we still remember because they are wonderful. So I don't want to waste my time and your time. I will start and introduce very soon, right now, the beautiful Verducci family from California, United States. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Ciao Monica, ciao Frank. Hello Andrew.
How's everybody? Everybody's dancing.
Andrew, pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume!
Second stanza.
Oh yeah.
So guys, how are you?
Very good.
Well,
Very good.
I'm very happy to see you again. So it's a great opportunity to meet again beautiful people like you. Where are you, Andrew?
Here!
So Andrew
I'm
is
here.
a
I'm in
great.
two places. I can do it all.
So let's say the reason why we made some intro music like that. So Andrew, I didn't introduce you.
He keeps
Yeah.
disappearing.
No, I was making sure that there was no echo. I was making sure the sound was
No.
perfect.
Okay.
It's okay.
No,
So
what I do-
Monica and
Yeah.
Frank, please don't offend yourself. I would like to start with your son and talk about his
No, go
job.
ahead.
I think he makes a great job, and we need in the world. We all need fun. We all need to be positive, and Andrew perhaps is the perfect person for this job. So, who you are, Andrew? Say your job.
yeah. So we're here in the San Francisco Bay Area. My company is Verducci Event Productions. Had to keep the fantastic last name there because it is a very much a family business, and we do lighting, audio, visual, stage design, entertainment. Obviously, clearly, I DJ still too. It's my love. It's my passion. I just love to be a part of people's memories. If that's corporate events, weddings, nonprofits. So during this time, during COVID, I've been doing a lot of virtual parties like this, just to find ways to reach people and to bring people positivity, joy, and love during these difficult times. And it's been a fantastic journey so far.
Great job. Thank you to share love and happiness to the world.
Yes, thank you.
And what about you, Frank and Monica?
Well, we're just enjoying life up here in Lake Tahoe. We came up here for the weekend. It's our family retreat up here. It's called Villa Montagna, and it looks over the beautiful Lake Tahoe.
We had the honor to see you.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. We really look forward to. We had a great time.
I saw your virtual event, and you're great. You're great.
So we're really looking forward to coming back and doing more things that we didn't get a chance to do the first time when we were there. Maybe, like I say, we're trying to track our ancestors. My grandparents that came from San Vito and from Shaka. So, we had a nice time, tracking them and where they came from. But
José, lei non sento niente.
Hai la connessione scarsa. Frank, do you want to tell us something about your heritage, your Sicilian heritage?
Well, I like I say, both my mom and dad's parents, they both came from Sicily in the early 1900s, and my dad's father and mother actually came from San Vito, and my mother's family came from Shaka and Moretamo. And so there's both sides of the family are Sicilian, and again, we had a great time kind of going to San Vito and kind of trying to track down the ancestry line, and then when we went to Shaka, it was the same thing, trying to track it down and see where our ancestors came from, basically. But I think this next time when we make a plan, we want to do a little bit more of the the hometown type of stuff. And it was nice when we were there, when we were in San Vito and they were going to have that couscous festival there in September. I'd like to come back and actually see that in September. I think that would be a great trip, because it looked like it was going to be an exciting time.
Yeah. You need to visit your hometown, of course.
Be ready to meet a lot of people, because this is one of the crowdest festivals, events in not only in Sicily but in Italy, perhaps in Europe. A lot of people go to San Vito to enjoy couscous, so it's a very, very nice experience. But you have also origin. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that when we go, that's going to have to be something you set up like you did for us the last time, because you have all the connections.
Yes.
I was talking to Andrew that you missed a lot of beautiful locations because you had a short time to visit Sicily. So next time, for example, you should visit the area of Palermo, the area of Cefalù. I don't know. You could stay more in the area of Ragusa and Syracuse. In particular, Syracuse, that's beautiful. Taormina, you already seen Taormina, but for example, you missed the Godfather filming location, Savoca, Forza d'Agro. There are many other possibilities that you can have in Sicily, but I don't remember. Perhaps I'm wrong, but do you have an origin in Palermo as well, in the capital of Sicily, or just in San Vito Lo Capo and Shaka?
No, just those two places.
Okay.
And Moretamo, which is the island off of.
Oh, that's great. So this is another chapter, guys. For those who don't know what's Marettimo. So Marettimo belongs to the Egadian archipelago. So 3 beautiful islands in front of Trapani. It's a paradise. So guys, Sicily is not the mainland. We have a few little isles. In the north, we have the Aeolians. In the south, we have the Pelagian, such as Lampedusa. Then we have Pantelleria. And in the westernmost point of Sicily, right in front of Trapani, we have Favignana, Levanzo, and Marettimo, your hometown of your ancestors. So Marettimo is beautiful. You just need a boat, because perhaps it's just one of the wildest islands in Sicily. No beaches, it's not so easy to visit the island if you don't have a boat. But if you are a sea lover, if you love to have some scuba times, you will enjoy to the fullest, because it's a paradise. underwaters, under landscapes of Marettimo are so amazing. So next time you you have to go there for sure.
Most definitely.
We'll have to stay
And
longer.
Andrew should play somewhere in Sicily. We have to say the truth, Andrew. We are working for you, so we are we are involving Andrew. I don't know exactly when and where, but we are working for him. So our dream is to make him play somewhere in Sicily. Let him play.
You're my agent. I'm hiring you for my. You're my agent.
I'm your Italian agent.
Yes. No, that would honestly that would be a dream for me. You know, to be able to play for where I'm from, where my ancestors are from, and just for my short time being there, especially like San Vito, when I actually got to experience one of the parties on the beach with the DJ. It was just so cool to be around the people and just how they enjoy the music, and it's just about being with one another and taking it all in. So if I could do that for a couple hours or an hour or whatever it might be for our fellow Sicilians, it would be a dream come true.
Well,
that's also my dream.
Italian lessons.
That's some Italian lessons.
Yeah, I need to know how to speak better Sicilian and Italian, both.
It doesn't need, it knows the international language. Music is international language, so it doesn't need any Italian. Perhaps a little bit Sicilian. You can learn some Sicilian with Rosella. Rosella will teach people in the next future. So be ready.
Yeah.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, you're right, Gianca.
So let's start. Let's start about your connection with your homeland, with the homeland of your ancestors. I don't know. That's a long time ago, but what does it mean to have a Sicilian origin for you?
Well, for me, like I say, it's where we started from before everybody came to America, and it was nice to go visit and see, like I say, where my grandfather, it would have been my dad's father at the time, and my dad's mother. They both came from San Vito, so it meant a lot. And again, it's only because when the three of us were there, we're like the only ones from our family here in America that has ever gone back to visit San Vito. And my brothers, they've never gone, so they didn't get the chance to experience like our roots, where we actually came from, and that means a lot. I mean, it's we've heard about it. I mean, my grandfather came here, he was like 12 or 13 years old, I think, when he came, and he made his life here in America, and honestly, he never went back. So
when did they move to the States?
Yeah.
Which period?
Well, they moved. He first went to New York for a little while, and then they ended up in California because they had his relatives that were out here. Both my grandfathers were fishermen. So when they came out to California, to San Francisco area, and they had relatives and friends that came from Italy and Sicily that that they started working with in the fishing industry.
Yeah. So first in New York and then in California.
Yeah. He only spent a little time in New York because when he came here, he was sponsored by people that lived in California. So he just spent a little bit of time in New York. Basically, back then, it was just to get registered as an immigrant. And then they moved out to San Francisco.
Ellis Island.
So, and that's when they started, he went to school, he started working and doing things at Fisherman's Wharf down in San Francisco.
They were looking for a better weather, better climate.
Yeah,
I know what they meant because they were starting from San Vito lo Capo. That's a beautiful location in Sicily. We didn't spend a word about San Vito lo Capo. So for those who don't know what's San Vito lo Capo, San Vito lo Capo is one of the best beaches in Sicily. A very quiet, small village was a fishing village, very famous for the tuna. Now it's so popular because of the Couscous Fest, because they make a lot of events during the year, all around year, and now it's one of the most popular places in Italy, in particular because of the beach. One of the best sandy beach in
Beautiful
Italy.
sandy beach.
Yeah, but I understand that when your grandparents left, San Vito Lo Capo was completely different. Was a very, very poor and simple village, so completely different. So they ran away from Sicily, looking for another beautiful location, and they went to California. That's another great location. Where did they go at the beginning?
Well, they originally, my grandfather, they ended up in Pittsburgh, California, which is a little bit on the east side of the San Francisco Bay Area. That's where a lot of our ancestors that came over, that's where they originated. That was a big fishing area. A lot of and then eventually, as they got older, the people he was brought up with, they moved to San Francisco, and they fished out of San Francisco, and then they used to go to Monterey, California, which is further south. We had relatives down there that fished. So my grandfathers, as they got older, they used to go up and down the west coast of California and do their fishing, but their home base was in San Francisco.
Okay. So, Monica, I have a question for you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you woke her up.
So you
Not so difficult.
a Sicilian family.
Okay.
What does it mean for you to have married a Sicilian man?
He's the best. He's one of a kind.
Good answer. Good answer.
I think it's important for that family is the most important, and to share the memories where the roots are is from your family, and to bring in coming together, bringing the love, bringing tradition and memories, and to share that through down the line with your own children, and then your children sharing that with their children. So it's important that we come together as family and to share those special memories. And I think that's what Frank is all about. It's about tradition.
So you are proud of Frank?
I am very proud of Frank. Yes,
I'm a lucky guy.
He's a hardworking man.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
You beautiful couple.
His family and his unit, and his the whole familia to him is very important.
What about your origin, Monica?
Oh my gosh! Okay,
she comes from the boot.
Complicated, but it's okay.
Let's talk about your origin.
So my mom helped me here, Frank, because it's kind of complicated.
It'd be your father. Your father came from Italy.
Yeah. So your
grandfather.
My grandfather came from Italy, but he came from Florence. He was a tailor there, and that's where it all started.
Yeah. He came here. He settled here, and kind of over in the East Bay area, kind of like where Andrew lives.
Yes.
Out that way.
Yes. I should say my okay, I'm thinking of my mother's father.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my mother, Ilardi, her father came from Florence. He was a tailor, and then eventually, like you said, they navigated here to where Andrew lives, over in the Walnut Creek, Orinda area.
Yeah, I think he had a tailor shop in Oakland or something like that
Yes.
when he was here.
Yes. Yes.
We
So perhaps your
unfortunately-
ancestor knew each other. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could talk about this small little.
Well, that's the funny thing is that both of my grandparents, my grandparents. Okay, let me start. They both, like I say, one came from Maretimo, and the other one came from San Vito.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually, and you know, on the big picture of the island, it's not that far apart, the two locations. But both of them actually met when they came to America, and they knew of each other from Sicily, and from then when they came here to America and they started fishing, they started fishing together.
Wow.
And eventually what happened is the two grandfathers got together, and you know, my dad's dad and my mom's dad, they put them together.
Wonderful.
They had like a little date session, and back in I think it was like 1942 or 43. That's my dad was home on leave because he was in the Navy, and my grandfather said, "Hey, come on, I want to take you over to my friend Michael's house." And they had a plan that they were going to meet, the two kids were going to meet, and that's what happened. Is they met and they ended up getting married like a year and a half, 2 years later.
Wonderful, wonderful. So everything is connected, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a small world.
Another evidence of the importance of connections.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most definitely.
So, and are you proud about Andrew right now that he found a beautiful fiancée? Where is the beautiful girl?
She's not here, so we could say whatever we want. No, I'm just kidding.
Why you hide her? Why don't you show her?
She's going home right now to prepare for our little mini getaway today. But she's not big in front of the camera, so that's one thing she has to get used to. I love the camera. I love being around people, and she loves that aspect, but she doesn't like being on camera though. So
is she shy, or you're jealous and so you don't want to show to the world your beautiful?
I know those
She's so much better looking than him.
Taking.
I think this is the best advertising for you. If you show her, this is better than any music.
Yeah, she's one of those where she likes to make sure she looks good in front of the camera. So I told her next time though, if we have another session that she has to come on, and she said she would.
Okay, we look forward.
I love her if she's watching. Mwah.
And we love you too.
So,
what about you? What does it mean for you? What did it mean for you grow up with a Sicilian father?
Yeah. You know, it's I didn't have to look any further than my grandfather and my grandmother, my nanu and nani. I mean, they were always, like my dad and my mom said, all about family, bringing people together. Making sure that never got lost in the shuffle. No matter if it was good times or bad times, it was always back to family and tradition. I look at my father, and he embodies exactly what my grandfather embodied. Just about love and unconditional love. And I wasn't the perfect child growing up. My brother was very quiet, and I was the rambunctious one. Hence, they didn't have any kids after me. But it was just always about loving me for me and allowing me to be me, but never forgetting, no matter what, that it always goes back to family and spending that time, and most importantly, making that time for each other.
that's great. That's that's right. That's the most important thing.
Very well said.
Yeah. you talk about your grandparents. What are the best memories you have with your Sicilian ancestors?
For me, or is that for my parents?
For everyone.
For you and for Frank also.
You know, it's hard not to get emotional about my nanu and nani because they meant the world. They meant the world to me, and you know, I can always depend on them. Even growing up when I was a kid, that I can always lean on them to help me give the best advice to live life, you know, to the fullest and how to treat people with respect and love. You know, my nani lived a lot longer than you know, my grandfather. He passed away when I was in 8th grade, and I don't know how many years has it been, Dad? Three since Nani has passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 years.
So you know, thinking about, you talk about my business and everything. I was just getting out of college and I wanted to start my business, and I had a tough gig. I was upset. I wanted to just do my own thing, and I remember sitting at her house and you know, getting a little emotional about the situation. And she just said, "Why don't you just try doing it on your own?" Like, you know, obviously your grandfather started Ceremony Ford, a car business here in the Bay Area. You see your father, who's very much an entrepreneur himself. Why don't you just try doing it on your own? So she actually helped me get the business started. And so when we opened up our storefront, we had her come out and cut the red ribbon in front of the store. So it was always just about being there for her grandchildren and for her kids, and very much the same thing for my nanu. So I learned a lot. So when people talk about some of my characteristics, and you know, it always goes back to my grandparents and, you know, my parents.
That's great. So it belongs to your DNA.
Yes.
You know,
It's
Same blood.
Yes.
I tell you the same thing. You know, when I was growing up, I remember, you know, my dad's father passed away before I was born, but I remember my dad always saying how hard they worked. Both my grandfathers were very hard workers, and they worked very hard for everything that they got when they came to America. And it was an American success story for them, because, you know, they came here with basically nothing and were able to build a life and a family here in America. But the whole thing goes back to the root of, you know, they worked hard to get what they wanted for their family. And that kind of just passed right down to us. You know, my dad, he worked really hard and he sacrificed a lot growing up. And then, you know, he had a very successful business. And then we were lucky as children to be a part of that successful business as well. And we've all been able to live a good, happy life. But the key to everything is hard work, and your family is the values that we got. And I do believe that came all the way back from when both my grandparents left Sicily. They knew they were going to have a tough road ahead of them when they came to America, and they worked very hard to get what they wanted. And again, you know, even in today's world, you have to work hard to get what you want. And
Yeah.
But yeah, you never want to lose sight of where you came from. And
This is
that was the
beautiful.
other thing. You know, my dad was always, even with all of his success, he never forgot where he started from and all the things he had to do to be successful. And again, I think that just comes from the heritage that we've got out of Sicily, and how hard it is. You know, when you leave your home country and you go to a strange land, you know, it's not easy. And again, they worked really hard to get what they needed to be able to take care of their family.
I'll tell you a great story of my grandfather.
Yes, please.
I was about 5 years old, and my parents went away for the weekend, so I was always so excited to stay with them. They're just the best. And he loved sports, so we always used to sit in the family room and watch the San Francisco Giants and the 49ers. But I always loved going to work to actually sit with him in his office at Ceremony Ford. And I remember he had to run the showroom floor, and he was, greeting everyone. And I remember he had me in his big executive chair, so he wheeled me out onto the showroom floor, and it was amazing to see. It was like he was just a big celebrity. I mean, that's what in my eyes, he knew everybody. And so I remember he came back and he said, Andrew, how you doing? Like, are you having fun? And I said, oh my gosh. I said, you're like a celebrity. Everybody knows you, and you know everybody. And I'll never forget when he told me. He says, you can have a great product, but if you don't have the customer service and people don't, if they feel like that, you don't generally, authentically appreciate and love them. He said it doesn't matter. He said it's all about goes back to customer service, being authentic, showing people respect, greeting everyone, saying hello, and everyone that came through that storefront, be if they bought a car or not, he always greeted them. And if he knew them, he always remembered their family or their kids and how are they doing? Or you had a baby, 2 years ago. How are the babies doing? And so he made an effort to get to know everyone that came into the business, but also his employees. So it was a very special thing to see behind the scenes.
This is beautiful.
Thank you for sharing.
You're giving us me, Rosella. I'm sorry because guys, I have a bad English. My dictionary is not so huge, so I miss many words. But I think you are focused on the most important thing. This is the opportunity for me to remember to myself, which is the reason why we are making this appointment, this TV show dedicated to all the proud Sicilians around the world. And I think the most important thing is just one word: the starting point. So everybody, like me, has to thank someone else in our life. But everything starts at a particular point. No matter if it's my father, my grandfather, my grandfather, but I have to thank someone. And everybody should remember the starting point. So you, Frank, you said something special for me. Your grandfather always tried to remember his starting point. So he was a humble person, and I think it was so strong for this reason, because he never forget to remember his origin, his humble origin in San Vito Lo Capo or in Sciacca. I think that's the something that divides people who have an heritage, have a possibility given from above, from someone else who had nothing and want to conquer the world and give their children opportunity. So that's the division. That's the separation between people. And I'm very happy to hear this story from you, because you are the evidence that I don't know in English, values, when you say when you talk about something special. So you talk about traditions, you talk about your so you have important values, and that's the most how do you say, the most beautiful things, and you transmit these values from father to son, and it's something beautiful. It's priceless. You can't learn it at university. You can learn it on TV. So it's thank you, guys.
We can feel your love for Sicily. We can feel your connection with Sicily. You still keep your connection with Sicily alive, and this is amazing. Also for me, for Gianca, we are very proud to have you here tonight. So thank you to accept our invite, because you are three proud Sicilians. It doesn't matter, Monica, if you are
No,
not
it
Sicilian, but
Exactly.
you are Italian and you married a Sicilian,
Exactly.
and so you spend
She
your life
made the
with a
right
Sicilian.
decision when she married a Sicilian.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
Hey,
Can you cook some Sicilian
I
dish?
know.
Yeah,
Well,
let's start about better things.
You know, I know
Because
this is
you're touching me, so let's talk about food. That's better.
Oh, it sounds
Is
fabulous.
Janka getting emotional over there? What's going on over there? It's okay. That's what we are. We're Sicilian. We're Italian. We get emotional. It's okay. You know, I always say we wear our heart on our sleeve. You know, here's an example, right? COVID. I don't want to talk about anything negative, but you talk about values.
Yes.
And as a business owner, I know, you know, my dad's been there too. You know, it's hard when sometimes you're around a lot of negativity and you're trying to find ways to get through very difficult times. And I know I've had emotional times up and down, but you always remember the values. It always goes back to, like you said, Janka, your starting point, and remembering, you know, what would my grandfather do? What would my grandmother do during this time? And it always goes back to that. You know, it's I had to make a decision myself. I could hide behind closed doors and complain, or you can find a way to stand up and bring people together and show people your true characteristics of who you are. And again, that always goes back to my grandparents, because you would never know if they had a bad day or a good day. They just always, no matter what, when family was there, it was about being with each other, you know, laughing, joking, respecting each other, loving each other unconditionally. So it always goes back to that, you know, especially during times like this.
That's it. That's it. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. You're right. Absolutely right.
Yes.
And good food always makes it even better.
Even better.
Of course. Of course. So, guys, life is a combination of love, passion, beautiful relationship, connections, and food is just like a glue. It's it make it stronger. Let's talk about food, Monica. What's your favorite dish in general?
What's my favorite dish in general?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at Frank because he's like,
I'm her favorite dish.
Frank with some olive oil. It's a perfect dish.
Oh, yeah.
Some salt, some sugar.
Definitely some sugar. A lot of sugar. Extra dap of sugar.
What do we like to eat? I don't know.
You know, I don't know.
Oh, you want the eggplant.
We like eggplant parmesan.
Eggplant.
That's one of my favorites to make. You know, I like it. You know, we make our own sauce. We try to, you know, we use a combination of sauces, and then we throw a little of our own spice in there and stuff, and you know, we always make it lots of cheese.
Parmesan.
That's one of our favorites. Trying to think what else we do that. And eggplant. That's something that my mom taught us how to do. You know, a long time ago, when I first moved out, she would kind of, you know, we'd have certain days of the week. We'd always have a particular meal. Because we were a big family, and so she had to find ways to make things real simple. So she used to do a lot with the eggplant, and then she'd do sausages with peppers. That was another family favorite. She used to do.
How about the zucchini?
She used to make the frittata.
The frittata.
Frittata was another big thing that I remember growing up. She got that. She learned how to make that in a frying pan I remember making that, watching her and my grandmother making that in the kitchen growing up, and that kind of passed on to, you know, you had to slice the zucchini and do all the things all the preparation work and everything to do that. So And those are some of the things that I those are some of our favorite dishes. They just happen to be kind of vegetable dishes, but
Yes,
you know, vegetables and cheese, they just seem to go together.
exactly. And I love the dish that Rosella, I guess, Rosella, you know the dish because Janka said, Rosella, get in there. And you were doing the translation of the zucchini, right?
Yeah, yeah, I love
The
it.
zucchini balls.
With the zucchini balls, yes.
Wonderful,
Um,
guys. You have to try it. Did you try it at home?
Not
It's
yet.
very
Not
easy.
yet, I have to.
I think also Andrew and I could try because it's very
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. You know what? I'll prep the wine. I'll prep the wine.
Yeah, there you go.
Of course.
And of course, you have to have the wine. It's a nice balance to go with it, right?
Yeah.
But
It's a good combination.
the zucchini, it's I kind of would on the same lines of the meatballs, right? But it's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Parmesan.
it's more delicate. In my opinion, it's more
Yeah.
delicate than the meatballs.
Yes.
Flavor is more. How do you say? Yeah, delicate, more softer. And of course, it's up to you. You have to try. You have to find the right balance. Adding salt, adding cheese, the right amount of cheese. But
Yes.
the flavor of zucchini itself is so nice. The Genovese zucchini is wonderful. So that's
And
the evidence.
Is that zucchini from your garden?
No. We will
Not
be ready.
yet.
I will be ready in I think in 10 days, couple of weeks.
Oh.
They are growing. They are so not so big, but in
They'll
a
get
couple
there.
of weeks they will be ready to be
Oh.
enjoyed.
Well, I guess between Rosella and your mother-in-law, Janka's mom, that you must have some wonderful recipes that are just very traditional.
Yeah.
We try to do our best to keep the connection to the Sicilian tradition alive and strong, because we have also Burger King, we have McDonald's here in Sicily, and many people are losing the connection with our tradition. So we try to respect, but it's not just like a question of pride. It's a question of beauty, of taste, because it's you can compare a Big Mac with zucchini balls. It's completely different.
No.
I'm not talking about the quality. I'm talking about the taste. So
The taste.
of course the quality is I don't want to talk about the quality, but I mean, we have a great heritage, and we have to save it, to do our best to protect it.
Sure. Well, like when we took our trip, I mean, when we went to the olive oil factory.
Yeah.
And we had a lunch there that was so big and so good, and it was all stuff that was grown right there on the grounds. And I mean, you can't have a fresher meal than that. And if you remember, that was the same day when we went to the olive oil plant. We had that big old lunch.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Valley of the Temples.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to have we had dinner at that fancy restaurant that overlooked the big
and you
big
said,
temple.
no, I'm sorry, I don't want to eat because I'm full. I remember. I remember everything. Of course. How can you eat after such a lunch like this?
I couldn't fit in my pants afterwards. My God. I was passed out in the back of the car.
Oh yeah. I have to say though.
Appetito.
Hey, look! I got the sign.
I can see just the end. Oh, buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
That's in my kitchen.
Stay here.
We have somebody here at the front door at the house. I forgot we had an appointment to go. So I'm going to have Monica sit in for a minute, okay?
Okay,
And
okay,
then-
don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, don't worry.
Take your time.
Don't worry.
Well, I guess I'll
Andrew,
answer. Yeah,
what about you? What about your favorite dish, Andrew?
Oh,
You know what? So we went to an Italian restaurant last night, right up the street, called El Fornaio, and we both love chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
So you know, a little bit more simpler, but you know, I love that, and I also love a good lasagna. I'm huge.
Of
I'm
course.
huge on like a nice meat lasagna. But really anything Italian, and I can go for that any day of the week.
Can you cook? Can you cook, Andrew?
Spaghetti. That's about it.
Just like me.
Like Gianca.
Just like
Gianca.
I just say, just to survive. The
Yeah.
basic dish to survive.
But then I pump it up. I say it's the best Italian dish, the best pasta you'll ever have, even though
Yeah.
it's marinara.
Rosella, what about planning a cookery lesson? Next time they will come back to Sicily, just for me and
Yes.
Andrew, a basic cookery lesson. Monica will have
I would love.
an expert
would
cookery
love that.
lesson. But for me and
You have-
Andrew,
you-
a basic level for beginners.
Gianca, but I have to say that you are guilty because you have a wonderful mother.
Yeah.
She's wonderful in the kitchen. So you are lazy. This is the only.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the truth because you can
Do I
I
have
should
every
Do I have to be
day.
the mediator between you two now? Do I have to be like Dr. Phil? You know, no, just kidding. Just kidding.
I should watch her. I should watch her every time. I know it's now I'm more curious because of our live broadcast, because our videos. So I'm zero, guys. I'm at the score one. So I need a very beginner cookery lesson to start. But I have to say, if I should stay in a mountain, just like Hermitage, I could live. I could survive because I know the basic operation to to cook.
But I like Rosella though, because when you're in her kitchen, there's no messing around. It's
No messing around.
no messing around in the kitchen. I like that though. That's how I take direction. Is you tell me exactly how it needs to be done, and then I just follow instructions.
It's better I don't say anything when she cooks or when my
Yeah.
mother cooks. Everything I say could be against of me, just like in the movies. So please don't say anything because everything you say, it's a damage for you.
We'll just worry about the wine and music. I just think we stay in our lane. We stay in our lane. What we do well.
Better focus on what you're able to do.
Yes.
This is not my land.
Yes.
But
Rosella is good. Rosella is good. Rosella also has a very nice mom who has a special cook, and she's learning. So not the perfect Sicilian housewife, but I think if Rosella goes on, she will be an excellent cook in I think in 10 years.
It's your dream, Gianca, not mine.
When I will be old, I
here.
will have
Are you
a
there?
special cook beside
We're
me.
here.
Yes,
Yeah, we're here. You're probably
yes,
having-
Monica. Yes.
We're here, Mom. Yeah, we're here.
We have a question for you.
Yes.
Let me see. So this is one question. Do the Verducci speak Sicilian?
Oh, that's Susan Lombardo. Ciao, Susan.
Yeah.
Susan.
Yeah. I think my mom. I don't know, Mom. You there? I think she's trying to figure out how she. Hence, she's looking really deep into the camera there. No, I can answer for them. We speak very little. I think, for someone that's traveling to Sicily, I wanted to say that too. If you've never, it was an eye opener for us because we've only been to Italy, and a lot of people in Italy spoke English, which made it very easy for us. But as we got into San Vito, it was an eye opener that like no one, barely anyone spoke English. So I think it really, for me, I was able to learn some phrases to get by, and I do a lot with the hands anyways, and the facial expression. So I was able to help. But definitely, I'd encourage anyone that they go to Sicily to actually learn the language, because it's easier to get around.
You're right. Actually, we have to say that in San Vito, if you go to San Vito in summertime, it's full of people from Palermo, and they don't speak Italian, so they only speak Sicilian. So it's so fun.
It was an eye opener, but it also it forced us to learn. It forced us to learn the language and be in the culture. And I really like that, because I know when we were in San Vito, they were showing us where our grandparents lived. So it was, again, typical Sicilian. This is why I love the Sicilian culture. Is we show up to their door. They speak very little English, but we had our papers and we're trying to show them everything. And they said, "Come to our porch. Sit down. We'll talk." And it was started with like 4 people. The next thing you know, the neighbors are coming over. And then it's the friends of the neighbors. And the next thing you know, we have like 15 people on the porch. We're running out of chairs. And then, the next thing they know, they walked us to where I think it was where my grandparents first lived. So we actually got to see the home. So that was just, it was just super cool to see the love and to know where my ancestors started. So it was for being a young man, it was, I took it all in, just to actually kind of physically be there and see it in person.
That's nice. Beautiful.
Can I ask you, which is the best memories here in Sicily that you can still remember?
Yeah. Mom, can you get sound? I don't know. Are you there? I don't know if she can hear me. I don't think she can hear me. It's okay. She looks good in the background. I think San Vito. That was the first place that we went to in Sicily, and that was amazing to be able to get off the plane and to drive there, and obviously the beaches were amazing. The best sand that I've ever laid my feet on, and just being around the people. They were so accepting, and when they found out we were from America, they were just like, "Oh my gosh, where are you from?" "Oh, San Francisco." So San Vito was awesome to start, but I loved Mount Etna. That was something very special to be able to walk on it. The drive was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. My mom and I were struggling going up the windy road, but it was awesome to just be a part of it, to be there and to experience something that I've seen in history books, but I've never actually seen it in person. So I'd say like Mount Etna was one of the ones that I remember. And Taormina was also very special because it's a smaller city on top of like is it a cliff? Is that what it's considered there? A mountain. But it was awesome, the viewpoints, and it was a unique smaller city that we got to be a part of. And everywhere we went, the food was amazing. Like you said, it's all made fresh, and that's just something different. You don't get that very much in America, and so it was great to just have the meals and to enjoy. And we went to Shaka. That was the other memory. Is we were with the place that we were staying. I forget the name of it, Rosella and Shaka, but
it's Verdura. For those who don't know what Verdura is, one of the most beautiful resorts in the world. It's the location where the Google management had their meeting during the last 4 years. So not just a stupid location. It's one of the best locations in the world.
Yeah,
and it's a Roccaforte brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It belongs to the Roccaforte chain. So in the last years, we had Madonna, we had Prince Harry, we had Michael Jordan. They were all invited at this. They call it Google Camp. So it's just like a big party, and they choose every time Verdura as their location where to stay in Sicily.
Yeah, and they had the fish restaurant right there on the water, and that was just a really cool experience because they ended up getting their catch all that day, and then it was cool just to to be out there, and then to actually handpick. You got to handpick your fish, and then they made it right in front of you. And so it was awesome to kind of really be a part of.
But I don't have any volume.
I can see you again, guys. I can hear you again.
I don't know. So I just
no. Now we can hear you.
They might not be able to hear us though.
I just lost the connection. I mean, I can't hear their voices anymore.
To remove and to add again.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. But yeah. So that fish restaurant.
Maybe they can check again.
Io li sentivo però.
Yeah, they might just have a.
Sentivano noi.
Yeah, they might
Sono
just.
usciti infatti.
Yeah, they might just have a bad connection. They're on the mountains there in Lake Tahoe, so it's the reception so.
So why don't we enjoy your second music session, Andrew?
Oh,
are you ready? Are you ready to play again?
Oh, can you hear us, Monica?
Yeah, I'm here. What happened? Frank had a call that came in, and then all of a sudden I lost you guys.
Okay, we are
now.
Yes, good.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna go over to the other camera, and I'll play some. I'll play some music, and then.
Yes, we want to dance.
How long do you want me to play for?
It's up to you. It's up to you. Don't worry.
It's up to you.
Take your time.
Okay.
Take your time.
Okay.
Yes, we want to dance.
Okay.
So let's switch the camera with the other camera.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna bring over this computer so at least I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Oh, look at the beautiful shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, here. I got Cecilia right there.
Sicily.
Cecilia.
I didn't see him before.
And then do you want to bring the DJ Ducci? Do you want to bring the DJ Ducci one out? And then I'll turn this camera off so we can have 4 of us on camera.
Okay, switch. Rosella, switch. Rosella is our director.
Director. Okay.
I know every time, guys. Like you, Monica, we know women rule the world.
Oh yeah, no.
That's the truth.
Oh, you're so cute.
Andrew, you have no microphone.
No, you need only to listen.
No, io non lo sento. Tu lo senti?
Aspetta. You know the microphone. You need to open your microphone.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
All right, can you guys hear me out there? Yes, how we doing out there, everyone? How we doing out there?
I'm doing great.
Where did you come from, baby? And ooh, won't you take me there? The way you want to, baby. Tender fruity, you got to be. Fine with me, the sugar fly with me. Don't you know now is the perfect time? We can make it right in the city.
Now, if you know this song, everyone hands up, sing it with me. Yes, go Janka, go Janka.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
We're crazy. We are crazy, guys. We are family. We are family.
Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they
Yes, how we doing out there? How we doing out there, everybody? Yes, everyone put your hands up. Let me feel your love on a Sunday. Come on. Yes. We are in this together, ladies and gents. Come on. And if you're looking to plan a trip right there to Sicily, these two will take great care of you. Because that's right. They make you feel like family because you are family there. Okay, after the song, we'll have one more song after this. One more song after this.
Living life is fun and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight.
Hey, also, if you're on camera, let me see your best dance moves. All the way from Sicily, Lake Tahoe, the San Francisco Bay Area, ladies and gents.
No, we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no.
Now everybody sing it with me. Come on, let's go.
Our family. We are family. We family.
All right, we got one more song. One more song, and we got to end it in Italian Sicilian fashion right here. We're gonna bring little Dean Martin.
Oh.
Yes. Now I'm gonna ask everyone, get your drinks. If you have something in your hand, get your drinks ready.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's
amore.
when the world seems to shine like
And everyone that's watching this on Facebook, I want to see the hearts, the likes. Spread the love this beautiful Sunday evening. Or if it's in the morning here in the Bay Area. Let us feel your love, ladies and gents.
Marcella, don't sing, please.
hearts will play tippy tippy tay, like a guitar When the stars make you drool, just like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming. Excuse me.
Now, I'm looking on Facebook here. I gotta see more hearts, more likes, ladies and gents. Oh, Jacques, I see it right there. Yes. Yes, ladies and gents. Everyone sway back and forth here. Let us feel your love.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella. Vita Bella. Hearts will play, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella.
Lucky fella. When the stars make you drool, just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you
again. Let's reach out to the camera, send each other some love, some prayers, some warm fuzzies, ladies and gentlemen.
Scusami, but you see back in old Napoli, that's amore.
Thank you, ladies and gents. Thank you. Once again, my name is DJ Ducci from Verducci Event Productions.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. I think this is a great experiment. So we had an international DJ. We had a beautiful dancer. Thank you, Monica. We had the Maranzano in the session. And Rosella, I'm sorry for you because Rosella was singing. And she destroyed everything.
No, you're beauty. You're everything.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, Andrew, thank you again. Thank you again.
No, my pleasure. If you guys ever want to do this again, and I can just come and play music for everyone that's listening and watching, I have no problem. We all need, music and dancing and being with one another during times like these.
Absolutely.
That's what we all need now. So thank you again, Andrew. This is the most important thing. I say it again, guys. Spend your time in the most positive way. That's the cure against everything. Be positive in your mind, in your soul. Improve your skills. Invent something. Make something. Play guitar. Play music. Cook. Spread love with your relatives, with the people you love. So we don't need to invent anything else. So we have everything to be happy.
Yes, we do. I completely agree, and I think it's this is a great time. During things like COVID, is we spend more time with each other, right? Because we can't go outside. We can't really have all the entertainment, like we're used to. So we have to make it at home, and it allow people, I think, to really connect closer with one another. Just because it was times like these, and so I always say, really connect with one another. You don't always need. Even social media, you don't even need it that much. It's spending time doing things like cooking, playing the guitar, playing board games, picking up a new hobby, a new skill set that you've never had before, or you never thought you had. So definitely, it's all about being with one another and spending that quality time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And we look forward, guys, to meet you again in Sicily. And perhaps next time will be Andrew's opportunity to play his music in Sicily.
I'm ready. I don't know.
Are you ready?
I don't know if Sicily's ready for this. I'm a ball of energy. But,
I'm ready. Rosella, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Monica, are you ready?
I'm ready. What are we doing?
Oh, we're dancing. Next time we go there to Sicily.
I am ready.
Let me tell you about my mom. She can be on the dance floor for 3 or 4 hours without even getting off the dance floor. Not even for a water break.
Wow.
The Energizer Bunny. He's the Energizer Bunny.
So, guys, if you want to join us, you have to bring your body. You have to bring your soul, your heart, your passion for Sicily. Andrew, some wine. What they need? What do they need? Their positivity. Their positivity. So that's what they need.
Are you talking about for the dance session or just to visit Sicily?
For the dancing with you, of course.
Yes. It's.
We don't need anything else. Just the positivity.
Just the positive. Tune out all the negativity. It's your time to be with me, with Rosella, with Janka, with the rest of the Verducci household, because my mom always listens to my sets. And it's time to tune off everything else and to just be with one another virtually and to take in what the meaning of the music and just to be yourself and to, just to know that no matter what during these times, you have me, you have Rosella, you have Janka to bring you the love necessary.
You got me.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, he's right. Frank's got, my dad's got some great dance moves. He's got some great dance moves.
Yeah, just for the greeting. Look at this beautiful message.
Sorry, Rossella, for those who have missed the dance section, for Frank and the other people who have missed this opportunity, so be careful. We will upload this video on our YouTube channel as well, so you can enjoy Andrew's section on YouTube. Be ready.
He's in my DNA. He's in my DNA. He's in my blood. You know, so it's everybody's a part of it.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys.
Family. You're a family.
You're beautiful. You're all beautiful.
You too.
So we're gonna just so you know now. Andrew doesn't really know this, but we're gonna try and make a plan for next year. Probably sometime around the end of August, first part of September, because he's getting married in August.
I know.
So
the only pity is that Andrew doesn't want to show her beautiful girlfriend. So this is your last opportunity.
It's not me. She had to leave. Next time. Next time. If I play for you guys, I'll make sure that she's. I'll make sure
we are ready to celebrate your weddings in Sicily.
Yes.
Yes.
And we look forward. To hugging you again.
Hugging.
And to taking care of you, of course.
Yes. But you always take care of us. You know, that's never a question. It's just great to be with one another and people that love what they do.
I will say one thing though from our last trip. And anybody that uses you should realize how great you people are in what you do and how you do things. And the one thing Andrew and I always talk about was how much fun we had with our driver that you guys hired.
Salvatore.
You're right.
He
really
made our trip special. And if you ever see him, you have to tell him that. Because when we were, because our weakness is that we don't speak the language, but because he spoke both, I mean, he made the trip so much more enjoyable there because we were able to communicate and talk about things. And I mean, he knows so much about Sicily himself that it really makes a difference when you have a driver or somebody that knows the areas and knows all the ins and outs of everything. So if there's one thing I'll tell people, if they're going to plan a trip, don't think that you can drive and do all the things that you need to do. You should really hire somebody and it'd make the trip a lot more enjoyable like we had. So
just one thing. I have to say that we thank you for your special words, first of all. But I have to say we have, how do you say, we grew up in the last years, so we only involved excellent English-speaking drivers, local guides. But this is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that we only involve people with a great passion for Sicily. We don't want people who do it for money. We need people with a big heart. And that's the most important thing, because at the end of the trip, you don't remember if he was talking a fluent English or if he was beautiful. You only remember he was proud Sicilian and he loves Sicily. So this is our philosophy. Rossella and I love Sicily. Rossella and I are proud of Sicily, proud to be Sicilians, and we only involve people like Rossella and I. So this is our mentality.
Can I make one request for the next trip?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sure.
I want to be in a villa with the people. I want to have Sicilian neighbors. I want to be like in the heart with the people. Because I think it was great that some of the places we stayed were really nice, really high-end 5-star hotels, and I love that aspect. I think this time I definitely want to just have a villa in the city with the people, and even get to know the culture even more and really be embedded in it.
Hey, anything you want to buy and pay for, Andrew, it's all okay with us.
Well,
I think this is the easiest thing, Andrew, because when you will fly into Palermo, into Catania, into Sicily, you will be very soon a celebrity. So everybody will look for you. Everybody will ask you, please, Andrew, let's dance all together. Let's play music
I like
together.
Bianca. He's getting my head nice and big. I like it. I like it. No, this is why he's going to be my agent.
So perhaps a villa will be not enough to host all the people who want to be with you in Sicily. So we need the stadium. We don't need a villa.
We need to rent a disco.
Yes. Rent the discoteca. No, we're very, Bianca, we're very simple people. Even if I ever got famous, I would still live a very simple living. Because, like I said, it goes back to the beginning with my grandparents. You know, it just they live very simply and they really invested more into their children and made sure that they had a good life and making sure that their kids can make it to college and get all the proper education. So yeah, we're very simple. It doesn't have to be anything flashy with the Verducci household.
I know.
A swimming pool. Swimming pool.
Whatever.
I'm figure out. I'm imagining the party into the swimming pool right now. A lot of people having fun with Andrew's music, with beautiful people dancing all around the villa. So
that's all I need. I'm good. That make the trip right there.
Let's start planning it. So
yes, perfect. Okay.
Thank you guys. You've been wonderful.
Okay.
I hope to see you before you come back to Sicily. So
come to us. Come to us.
We really would like to come to visit you.
You want to come to
visit? Yeah, we would like to visit you. We would like to travel very soon. You never know, guys. You never know. I don't say anything.
Come to the wedding. It's I'll tell you the theme. It's a galaxy themed wedding. So Rachel's gonna have an LED glow dress. It's gonna glow the wedding dress. So it's gonna be a space themed, galaxy themed wedding.
Wonderful. We would like to be with you in the special day. If not, please send all your videos, all your evidence.
Okay.
Yes. I think you know by now, if you follow me, I take a lot of videos, a lot of photos, and I like to share. So I like everyone to be a part of the experience if they can't make it.
And in the meantime, send your beautiful girlfriend a big kiss, a big hug from Sicily.
Yes, we will. We will. She's excited to meet you. She was talking about that this morning. So she really wants to be there and understand really what it means to be a Sicilian and part of the Sicilian culture.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you again. Rosella, would you like to say something?
Okay.
I want to say bye-bye, of course, no?
Ciao.
We love you. We love you. We have to say all together what I have to say, what I used to say every time. So, love, hugs, and kisses from Sicily. And you?
Plenty of kisses from us to you.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bella, bella.
I can't wait.
Ciao.
I want a hug.
Ciao.
Yeah,
ciao. Ciao.
A big hug.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We love you.
Ciao.
We love you too. Ciao.
Ciao.